right, we've got a phone call coming in. We got Ike in Omaha. Ike, what did you think about the events of today in Lincoln with Bo Pelini?
Well, I'm happy that he's gone because, in fact, I'm surprised that it happened 3 years ago. I mean, this guy, he doesn't know how to coach. I mean, yes, he may be a decent defensive coordinator, but he's not a head coach. He wasn't able to coach up the players to play up to their, hopefully, to their potential. And when he first got success, when he first got to Nebraska, he was using Callahan's players. You can say everything bad about Callahan. He wasn't a good coach, but he knew how to recruit. Pelini he couldn't recruit, and he couldn't coach with the players that he was bringing into the program, who were relatively average players. An exception amount of Abdullah. He was an overachiever, but pretty much everybody else is, they're average. And you have to, if you want to compete for championships, you have to go after, 4 and 5 stars. Yeah, I know that sometimes 4 and 5 stars don't really pan out sometimes, but I'd rather have the talent, and mold these guys into what the potential is, as opposed to bringing in players who aren't that good talent-wise, and then they don't measure up. Yes, his record was good, but his record was good measured against Iowa, measured against Minnesota. Now we're losing to Minnesota now. So if Nebraska fans want to have a winner, then get this guy out, bring somebody who knows what he's doing, so he can start competing. But if you want to have a mediocre team that doesn't measure up to even Wisconsin nowadays, or obviously Ohio State, then stay with Pelini.
Okay,
that's my take.
Okay, you covered a lot of ground there, Ike. I mean, I don't know if it's fair to say that he's not a good coach. Bo knows how to coach football. The thing is, I'm not sure if he has the right temperament to be a head coach. To be a defensive coordinator, you can be that guy on the sideline, kind of a little bit out of control on the edge, getting in players' faces, yelling at players, but you just can't really be that way as a head coach.
Yeah, and I think one of the things what we learned today, and talking a lot about the negativity, because it's easy to do so. When a coach is fired, you bring up why. Why do you think he was fired? And I think the main thing is to remember there were a lot of good things about Bo Pelini. His players graduated. They, for the most part, ran a very clean program. When he took over after Bill Callahan, there were a lot of relationships that I thought were broken that he cured. There was a disconnect between the players and the coaches that I thought as soon as he got in there immediately, you could see the differences there. So those were all good things. And I think those are great qualities for him to learn if he wants to be a head coach somewhere else or if he wants to be a coordinator. I think this is a great learning lesson for him. I think there is a lot of good things that Bo Pelini did do. And when you talk about the Callahan recruits that he inherited, he actually did coach those guys up. So I think that was very important to remember too. Unfortunately, once they got into the Big Ten, there was kind of the spinning in the mud, the tire spinning in the mud effect with this Nebraska program.